What's up, guys? I got the keys here. So welcome back. Firstly, I want to say I'm sorry for not being able to upload so much. I've been going through some of my own personal spiritual development and some other physical sicknesses and stuff like that, right? So um, I just had a lot of sinus issues and stuff the past couple weeks. But today I want to talk to you guys about psychedelics, okay? Firstly, I want to talk about the good part of them and how they've helped me, right? So, um, I personally started with mushrooms, right? And I also want to say, to start it off, please do not consume substances just because I said that I had a good time. Um, if you want to do something, that is on your own accord, okay? That's all I want to say. I want to start that off with a disclaimer, like doing plant medicines can also be dangerous sometimes, okay? Um, so I've had probably hundreds of mushroom trips along with LSD. So they really opened my eyes to the fact that this is all just a game. You know what I mean? Like you can really, it's like a smack in the face. I mean, there's no doubting that this is a creation and that there's a God and that everything is connected. Okay. I want to say that the mushroom is the Earth's brain, right? It's the mycelium network that runs underneath the trees. That's how the trees talk. Okay, so it has the spirit of Earth in them, right? So it's a guiding consciousness. It's literally guiding you. That's what it's doing. It is part of Mother Earth, Mother Gaia. Um, so instead of looking at them as demonic or evil things, you could see them as spiritual tools and things that will help upgrade your consciousness so you can understand and understand things better, right? Um, for me, they really bring me clarity. Like I can almost say that I feel extra sober on like psychedelic. That's the only way I can really explain it. Like it doesn't feel like a drug, and like even though it can be a drug, right? Anything that alters your mind can be a drug. So, um, with that being said, the transformative experiences I've had and the experiences I've had with the divine on these substances is beyond what I could think or imagine at that time, right? And there's people that experience these things without the substances, right? But if you are in a lower consciousness, these will help you to get into a higher consciousness, and you don't have to take huge trips or these some of these people that do like extraordinary doses for no reason. Um, you could just microdose for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, whatever whatever your body tells you or whatever your spirit tells you. You know what I mean? Um, there's so much benefit just to having integrated part of the plant medicine consciousness, right? And this goes for marijuana too, guys. Marijuana is also a teacher plant. Okay, it comes from Earth, right? So it has a consciousness. It has a spirit. So yes, you are invoking a spirit when you smoke. Um, Now, a lot of people will tell you this is a demon. That's not true. It is a loving energy. However, you can create demonic strongholds from the substance. Yes. Anyways, these substances help me go through traumas. It helped me go through my past demons, my things that really were like holding me down. And it allowed me to almost see my life in a past, present, and future tense, right? Where I could see everything laid out. And it really helped me see where I was blaming myself for things or blaming other people for things. Um, instead of just letting life go and letting life do its own thing, right? And I think that's really what the the thing behind mushrooms or any psychedelic really is to let go and surrender and let it take you. You know what I mean? not possession, right? I'm not saying to just let something enter your body. That's not my point. Um, this spirit becomes one with your spirit, okay? And then it'll leave. You're gonna, you know what I mean? Your body's going to detoxify it. So, um, these plants are good to help get into a meditative state too. So to experience spirit in a different light. So, you know, like a lot of people see geometric patterns and stuff. Well, this is spirit. This is other dimensions. Okay, you're traveling through the mind. The mind is your, you know, creation. Creation. You're creating through the mind. So, um, I also want to say that these things can be used very badly, right? And I probably have been on the spectrum of both sides, where I've used them as a drug and I've used them as a medicine. Um, and what I can say is when I tend to use them more as like a drug, so to say, not that they don't help me, but they lose their uh, how do I say it, like specialness, because you know it's almost like when you smoke too much weed, right? You get used to it, and it's like, okay, you know, I kind of get the gist. And this is where you can learn to put the stuff down and be like, okay, I get what it was trying to tell me. You know what I mean? Um, so I want to say that it can be used very mildly, right? Like you could be one of those people that try it once and gets the picture just from that, right? And never touches it again. Um, so I also want to talk about the bad side, which is, you know, you can have a dark trip, which they would, you know, they qualify these as bad trips. I've had bad trips. I've had things attack me in the spirit, right? Um, I've had things try to psychically attack me. And honestly, those times were scary. But I faced it and I made sure that whatever was in my auric field, I tested it and I said, who are you? What are you? And why are you here? Right? So I always test entities. You know, are you of Christ light? Are you here from the Christ light? Otherwise, I don't want you in my auric field, right? Um, so protecting yourself on these journeys is also very, very important. Okay. Do a prayer on them before you go into it, and just say, you know, I want my angels to protect me during this time and during this journey, right? And this is going to keep you in a higher vibration, so these entities cannot touch you, right? Um, with that being said, your mind can be very altered from a bad trip. Okay, it can almost put you worse into a fear state. Okay, so all I want to say is be careful and you know, have fun and just let it do its thing. You know what I mean? If emotions come up and stuff, just let them happen, right? Um, but you know, if it gets that bad, make sure you have somebody with you, a trip sitter, somebody that you know you trust, and they're not gonna, you know, mess with you while you're on the trip or whatever. Um, I could also recommend having a trip killer, you know, on stand. So something, I mean, I don't recommend pills, but there's opioids, I think, that will stop the trip, like Xanax. But um, I also don't want to tell you to do that. So my best advice, if you have a bad trip and you are not having a fun time, have somebody take you um, to a hospital or something, right? Um, anyways, if there's any more questions about psychedelics, guys, I love this topic. So it's one of my favorites, and it's something that I'm very invested in as far as what I've used to, you know, get where I am. And not that you need these things, like I said before, like you can get very far being sober, and that's okay, and that's great. Um, however, I see these things as still being sober in a sense, right? Like I feel like you're extra aware. You are, you know, you're in a sense of higher consciousness because your senses are heightened. Um, which, like I said, you can have that sober, but most people are not at that level, and that's okay. Um, So, anyways, guys, I love you. I hope you guys got something from this. I'd love to do more videos on it if you guys are interested. So let me know. I love you guys. Have a great week and have a great day. Bye.